Coronavirus is not the first terrible disease we've heard of, even in recent years. SARS, anthrax, the dreaded Ebola virus. Have you ever heard of kerygma? Well, it's not a disease. We've all got it. A healthy dose of kerygma that we don't even recognize by its Greek name. When Paul was invited to speak in that synagogue, he gave a quick overview of salvation history. In effect, he summarized 45 books of the Bible and came right into contemporary times, talking about John the Baptist and the one coming after him, our gift. Because kerygma is the simple proclamation of our faith in Jesus Christ, that God has become one of us, walked in our midst, has set us free from our sins, is with us always, and not as some subtle threat waiting to infect us, but as goodness and light and life. In the most concise manner possible, Jesus proclaimed the kerygma in this gospel passage. He's washed the feet of his disciples. They're baffled. As I have done, you also must do. And then he proclaims simply, I am. The very words Moses heard from the burning bush. Who are you? I am who am. Jesus proclaimed his divinity. What Paul did, what Jesus did, is what we're called to do. Very often in creative and unique ways. To simply proclaim that God is with us. That Jesus has promised to be with us always. That we're not alone in all of this. That there's always hope. Sure, I'll tell you all about my shortcomings and weaknesses. Gosh, if I could only think of some. I'll tell you all about them, and it'll take days. But let me tell you about my strength. In him I'm strong. And the one who's with me always and sees what I don't. Who opens doors that I didn't even realize were there. Who constantly calls, invites. Who brings consolation when there seems to be no hope. An idea when there seems to be no answer. A friend when there seems to be no one. I'm disappointed this evening. I don't think it was a wrong thing, but I'm disappointed that our stay-at-home order has been extended to the end of the month. We haven't heard from the diocese yet, but I assume that our plans and hopes to begin having public masses on the 18th of May will be delayed. Maybe I'm wrong on that. What do you do in the face of disappointment? How well I remember this. Very early in my college career, I had a class, a fundamental class in education. And I took a test that I was totally unprepared for. And this was one of the questions. I got it wrong, of course, but I never forgot. When a good student fails, what happens to that student's performance? afterwards? And the answer is they work harder. They try harder. They dig in. They study. They do their best that it doesn't happen again. What do we do when we're disappointed? Point fingers. I confess, I got on the phone with somebody and I said, I just want to moan. What do you mean? Well, I moaned for a while. Faced with the disappointment, we can only turn to our strength, turn to our hope, and recognize again that we're dealing with a serious, serious issue. It is a pandemic. It is taking lives. We may be gaining some safety from it, but it's not going away. Continue to pray, but continue to live. Continue to remember that He's with us always. And if you do feel tremendously depressed and disappointed, if you do just want to wallow in the moaning, I suggest at some point you try this. Alleluia.
Hallelujah.